Oh my god. Oh, it's adorable. Wait. What's wrong, little buddy? Oh, why are you crying? Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Quiet down. Oh no. That's not good. So about a month ago now, in the super laggy Hallmark holiday booklet for 2026, a brand new Minecraft mob that kind of looks like a cauldron was leaked. You've definitely heard about him. This new Minecraft mob, it goes by the name of Blub. Now, as of right now, aside from the fact that this thing is real and seems to be coming to the vanilla game, there's not too much known about the Blub. A couple of weeks after it was initially found inside of the Hallmark Dream booklet on the official Hallmark website, the Blub was actually listed. Now, compared to the other ornament that is dropping this year, the LA, the Blub is a little bit more expensive and actually is statistically a little bit smaller. We have since learned that the Blub is all about the next newest version of Minecraft. It was made by Tim, it's Hallmark, and yeah, like I said, it's kind of small. From this other picture that we have of the Blub, still has cauldron core going on, except large, maybe eyes on the top, and then a circle loop, a hook. That middle loop hook is definitely not part of the mob, it's just part of the ornament, so you can hang it on your tree. Now on this little YouTube channel that I have here, that you definitely have already subscribed to, right? Double check, make sure, only 35% of you are. On that little YouTube channel, we've talked about the Blub from time to time when there's new information, and theorized about this little tiny mob as well. Maybe the Blub's a cauldron mob and therefore potion update incoming. Maybe the Blub is some kind of fish, or maybe the Blub, sadness, is related to the deep dark. And that third theory, the deepest and darkest one, is one we're going to explore a little bit more today. As of right now, there's still time to call it. What do you think the Blub is going to do? Let me know down below. You tap that like button, and now it's time we get a little bit deep. Inside of a brand new fresh survival world, ironed up, can't forget your stack of bamboo fences as well. My first instinct here is to run around and basically find the deep dark biome. That means we need to find a cave entrance, but not just any old cave entrance will do. If we could find a mountain somewhere, I think we'd be a little bit better off. Shabam! Just a little bit of time later, I've now acquired some pants, don't worry. And running around in this world, dude, I love navigating through the jungle, even though it's so tricky, but running around in this world, I finally found something that looks to be maybe a little bit more mountainous. Admittedly, I'm not 100% sure if this is actually a mountain or what, but it looks like there's a cave in here, and it looks like it might get pretty deep. Yeah, you pretty quickly. Oh, mama, yeah, it does. Before too much longer, running around in the cave, I found this sick copper ore vein, which is really cool. But I think I also found a lead for our true target zone today. You see, if we want to check out this concept of the Blub, one that I am really hoping ends up being exactly the case, well, here we go. The deepest, oh, no, not an ancient city. I mean, hey, it will do. Ow, whoopsie. The deeper and darker that we can get here, maybe with a little bit of night vision, the better. If we want to find this new version, this new mob here, we need to find the deep dark biome and then scan the ground very carefully. Trusty diamond hoe in hand, the Blub. Oh no, I hear one. I definitely already found one. The Blub is essentially going to be sort of like a mini skulk sensor embodied into a Minecraft mob. They communicate with the skulk sensor, I believe. They have to have. Oh, and they make this little crying sound. Let's see if we can find a different one. That one's already upset. You know, if I'm adopting a child, it's not a great idea to adopt the crying child. You know, it just seems like it's a lot of work. So looking around in here, they should be able to spawn. They won't move very much, the Blub. But the problem here is that they blend in so much with the skulk that's all over this biome. Like, they're camouflaged, truly. Like, I do wonder, that little crier that was over here somewhere. Aha, scoping it out a little bit. It's up on a ledge, but you see how much that tiny boy blends in right there? Oh, that's hard to find. It's so small. Actually, unless I'm missing one somewhere in here, because they're just so hard to see, scanning the rest of the biome, it doesn't look like very many Blubs have actually spawned in this area at all. So it's pretty rare. Aha, but a little bit of time later, I'm making too much noise. I'm going to upset it again. But a little bit of time later, I'm able to find another Blub mob. So the move that we're going to want to do here with this concept of the mob is be really, really quiet. We don't want to make any noise at all. If we make noise, we can pick it up inside of a little bucket, and then it'll go inside of my inventory. But yeah, the Blub is very sensitive to noise. And the noise here, the Blub, it's actually even smarter than a skulk sensor being a living being, you know? And, oh, there's another one near here somewhere. The Blub, it can hear me when I simply change items that I am holding. I don't know where you are. It sounds like you're maybe up there, but I have to sneak and basically not even change items either. Yeah, you're definitely in a cave up there. Oh my gosh, you know what? It actually ended up spawning right behind me. I didn't even think. It's a mob, obviously, which means as I move through the biome, I might go through, like, a certain area and maybe, like, clear out all of the skulk sensors. Oh, but then all of a sudden, a Blub spawns nearby. I'm gonna need to stop and find this little thing. Be quiet, get over to it before I make too much noise, and pick it up. I mean, that, or I could just do that too and let it crawl away. But that seems like a little bit cruel at the least there, so maybe I won't do that. So the Blub, obviously, it's not out fully in-game quite yet here. This is simply a concept of the Blub that you're able to check out inside of your game right now if you want to. Big shout out to Obsidian for making this version of the Blub. It's sick. So a little bit of time later, let's say I went down to the deep dark biome. I've successfully located a Blub, extracted a Blub, and came back up the home sweet home. If I place this little guy on the ground right here, because I accidentally upset it before, it's just gonna stay upset. If I place this little guy on a wool block, wool is his favorite block, again, because I upset it before, it's going to stay upset. But how our little concept of the Blub is being done here, if I am able to locate a Blub and not upset it down inside of the caves, bring it back home, put it down on a block of wool, then I can run, jump, switch my items around all I want, and it doesn't hear me at all. Like, even if I'm in survival, I'm walking, I'm jumping, I'm scrolling through my items, everything like that, the Blub doesn't care. Basically, to tame this version of the Blub, simply put it on a wool block, and it'll sit there and exist. And as long as you don't hit it. When you hit it, it burrows away. But if you place it on a wool block, it's basically your own little pet. You could place it in different directions to have it sometimes cooperate and face different directions. But just most beautifully here, oh, the little guy, it's like a tiny little stuffed animal all stretched out, flopped down onto the floor, man. Aw. Now for science here, what I want to do is I want to place another Blub down. I'm going to walk around and anger it, and then look at that. I never thought about this before. I'm sorry, I'm just going to mute that. It's adorable, but it's also annoying. I never considered the idea of those top things on the Blub actually being a tentacle. I mean, obviously, we've got those four little toesies on the bottom. That made sense. The chunky body. But wait a second, what if their ears are tentacles? Now, the concept of the Blub being a sad mob, I don't believe it's too far-fetched. As per our previous discussion, the Blub, aka blubber, aka sad, you know, when somebody is blubbering, they are sobbing and noisily and often uncontrollably. Yeah. So what if our brand new Blub mob were actually a deep dark mob with a little bit of sadness tied into maybe, like we talked about before, the Mourner, another sad sounding mob that definitely seems to be tied to the deep dark, tentacles, antennae, whatever you want to call them, the skulk vibe all over this thing. I think it's perfect. Another thing that I quite love about this Blub is the little belly with the skulk going on right there. Man, that thing is so perfect. Now here's the thing, on its own, the Blub, though it's maybe a little bit annoying and sad or whatever, well that's it, this version of the Blub is just a sad mob, it doesn't actually do anything. To make it be quiet, all you have to do is hit it once, and then it will burrow back into the ground to disappear forever. But, thinking about the context in which the Blub actually lives, the whole biome, things with skulk sensors, when the Blub starts getting upset, the skulk sensor will be able to hear it from time to time, and the skulk sensor hearing that can set off a skulk shriek. It's a chain reaction. Eventually, you know how it goes, Blub is upset, maybe a Warden ends up getting summoned in somehow. Well, the Warden is highly sensitive to the Blub. The Warden will be able to hear the Blub crying from far, far away and instantly decide to wander over to the Blub to check this thing out. Now, the Blub being upset, that doesn't upset the Warden. It's fine with those vibrations. But if there are any players, like let's say myself, near the Blub, instantly it'll know that I probably made it mad and removed me from life. Look, man, with it being years since the Deep Dark was added to the game, the challenge is, yes, definitely still challenging, but maybe a lot of players are more accustomed to it now. Well, perhaps the idea of making the Deep Dark biome have a little bit of a new challenge, all while possibly tying into that heavily rumored upcoming 4th Dimension update sometime in the future. Well, dude, I think this idea of the Blub might be peak, and it might have just won everything. A Blub that basically does nothing but report on you, tattletale, to the big bad Warden. What do you think about that idea? Good or not? If you haven't yet, make sure you tap like and subscribe because the Blub seems to be coming soon. By subscribing, you will be the first to know about the Blub as soon as we know more about the Blub. Check out my brand new channel. It is linked down below. If you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe there too. And I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.